So a lot of us just got swivels, and I think a lot of us are just kind of struggling with setting it up. And for me, I don't use my computer that much in some of my classes. So like my cultural psych class is just a discussion-based class. And all I need is my Zoom participants to be able to engage in discussion. I don't need two devices, I just need one. So this is Brian's primary Swivl setup. Not a complete setup. Before this, you do have to set up a Swivl account on swivl.com. It's not hard. You then log in, download the Swivl app or update the Swivl app and make sure you log in. And I think that's the first step. Also make sure you have Zoom on your iPad and that you're able to log in on your Zoom. Get used to Zoom on the iPad. It's actually kind of weird in my opinion. So first things first, before I even turn on my Swivl, I have my Zoom on right now. So you can see I'm in my Zoom room. I'm going to turn that off in a second. But the first thing you want to do is make sure everything's plugged in. I don't know, I've had problems when I didn't have the speaker plugged in at first, and I tried to plug it in later. You want to make sure the speaker's plugged in before you start. And that's the main thing. Make sure these cables are plugged in as well. Right now I'm charging. It does work. Well, you can see the mess. I've been playing around with this thing. It does work when it's charging. So bring your charger to class and you should be good to go. Now, where am I going to start? First things first, I'm going to end meeting for all, right? Like, make sure your Zoom works before you even try this. That's step number one. Make sure you can get a Zoom meeting started. So then what I do is I turn on the base. You hold it down, you see the light, you click allow, and you see it's like connecting and everything. A few things just happened. It connected to the base and it disconnected. You saw that. That's what that light means. This light means my primary marker is attached. Now, this is just a video about how to stream to Zoom students. So if you have problems with things, they're in the settings. I don't know exactly all the settings, but I want you to notice that there are some stream settings. There are some record settings. You can use this to make a video for folks. You can also use it to stream. I'm going to be using it primarily to stream. So if you have a problem, it's likely in the settings. Just the settings, they're not that complicated. You can see you have different options down here. There are advanced settings that there's not much there, but it's just like important to know that there are settings here that you might have a problem with. I don't think I had to change any of my settings. I just want you to know they're there. Go back to your home station, okay? If you can log into Zoom, you can start a Zoom session on your iPad by itself, then you're ready to go. So you click Zoom, you click go to live streaming app, and you might get this, you have to sign in. Well, that's getting comfortable with Zoom on the iPad. It's actually a lot different than Zoom on my Mac. So that's just a me problem. But I'm clicking a new meeting, start a meeting, and call using internet audio. Now, there are a few things that I think are important. Tracking's off right now. I'm going to turn tracking on with a button press. Press the middle button. It should respond. Now, the tracking isn't perfect. This isn't GPS or anything like that. It's infrared, like a TV. So you move this, it follows. You move too fast, you will get lost. I want it to see my face, so forth. Now I'm in a good position. I actually turn my tracking off. I haven't played around too much with the student markers. I do know the microphones work, right? But this is just a very, very basic setup. One of the problems that I had was that my volume on my speaker was too low. To turn the volume up, even though you get no feedback, you have to click the up arrow on your marker. And so right now what I have is I have a setup that anybody can zoom into. It doesn't require my computer. I don't have to take that with me. And I can just have a discussion. I do have other markers. I have them all charged up. let me pull one out. But these are essentially just little mini microphones. I haven't discovered all the little tricks of the secondary markers yet, but I will make some other videos once I figure those out. So right now, this marker is telling me it's green, it's good to go. It's just a marker. Folks will be able to hear it. I don't know what it's like on the Zoom end, so when I get home tonight, I will go home and play around with the markers and make another video. But this got me up and going today. And that was really good. If you would like to have control over, like a computer sharing screens and stuff like that, you don't need to really think of it like a Swivl component. You just need to think of it like you're going to enter on Zoom and you're not going to connect your audio. Because if you connect your audio, it sounds horrible, okay? But if you have any problems at all, this is the most important thing. It's not working. Turn it off and turn it on. It's like a 1990s Wi-Fi router, okay? Turn this thing off, turn it on. That generally fixes the problems. So that is my video. And good luck with this. I think it's really cool. I do want to say that last night students were telling me, even with my MacBook Pro, which is pretty brand new, they couldn't hear me when I moved too far away from my laptop. So if you want to be able to move around, this is a mobile microphone. My primary is a mobile microphone. This controls volume up. This controls volume down. Volume up, volume down. This turns tracking on and off. If at any moment you lose audio, I kind of like it. It's kind of fun, right? You lose audio, you lose connection with the bass or anything. Turn it off, turn it on. That'll be the solution.